You're ready. Go. Oh, bloody hell. So as you guys have probably just seen, we are on our way to, or we're just packing on our way to EBC Brakes for the next instalment for the F66 JCW Carbonwurks project. So I'm actually packing the car at the moment. So we're going to do a bit more of a behind the scenes type video this time round, which is going to showcase the journey. We've got a couple of days out on the road, getting to EBC, them upgrading the brakes, as well as us stopping off on the way to a couple other places, one of which is AC UK and Liberty Walk UK as well. So we're going to get on the road now. I'm actually going to finish packing, otherwise I'm going to run out of time today. And we'll see you guys along on the road. Hopefully we don't get drowned out because it's a wet day, but stay tuned, give you an idea as we go along, and we'll see you on the other side. Right, we're just rocking up to the guys at the performance company. So as mentioned at the beginning, those are the guys who supply us with AC Schnitzer parts, and they're also Liberty Walk and Remus as well. So we're literally just pulling up now, so it's stop one on the journey to EBC. Hopefully they've got a nice cup of tea and some biscuits waiting for us. See you guys on the other side. Right, so it's 7 o'clock in the morning here at the hotel. We are actually at Silverstone, hence the welcome to Silverstone there, and also that is the actual pit lane right now outside, so a bit dark because it is 7 in the morning. We're actually on the way to EBC now. So yesterday we saw the guys at the performance company, which is, as I said, AC Schnitzer UK and Liberty Walk UK, which you would have seen a little bit of footage on. Very, very cool setup. I don't know whether the keen eyes amongst you would have realised, but the black Nissan, that was actually Lando Norris's ex-F1 driver. Oh, sorry, not ex-F1 driver, F1 champion from last year. That's his actual car. So I've been told it's -1 outside, so I suspect we're going to be greeted with a bit of a frosty Mini this morning. We're going to de-ice it and we're going to head over to a car wash, because the idea is to give it a quick car wash before heading over to EBC. So we're going to do that now, and hopefully I'm not going to lose my fingers in -2 conditions. Oh, don't you love British weather? By the way, if you're visiting or near Silverstone, check out the Silverstone Megastore to the right hand side of me. It is actually open, weirdly, from 9 to about 6 o'clock in the evening. So when we turned up yesterday, there was no one actually inside buying stuff. So help out the home of motorsport and pop into the Megastore and pick yourself up some nice merch. Ah, it's looking a bit frosty, isn't it, the car, but it's all right. Heated seats and heated steering wheel on. Right, so the car's currently on the ramp and Owen's done a great job at stripping it down. So now comes the really interesting part, or at least I find this really interesting. The Charlotte behind us here is actually scanning the whole suspension, brakes and hub assembly to actually send that data over to the guys upstairs. We'll effectively look through to see which exact parts will fit this car. Hopefully some can be brought over from the previous generation. If they can't, it means we will have to take a trip back to Poole and then come back at a later date once parts have been machined and made specifically for this car. It's all very technical, but the idea is to make sure that the parts that are going on the car exactly fit for purpose. So have a little bit of a zoom into this, because this is the bit I find really interesting. So as you've probably seen, there's been quite a little bit of work going on with the car so far, just doing some scanning and checking some tolerances and bits and pieces for what eventually will be a kit that goes on the car. So the first part has been done today. We're going to head back to base and come back for a secondary appointment to get things on. This is the equivalent kit that will be going on the car, but I've got Owen the man himself next to me, who's going to give you a little bit of a rundown on the kit and a little bit on the car itself. So take it away.
So yeah, here we have our Apollo 6-pot kit with our 355 disc. This is the base of a kit that will be going on to this model of car. Obviously, as today was the first day of 3D scanning and getting that part locked in. After we've done that, we can now then have you guys back again once we've produced some more parts, and then we can get the kit fitted to the vehicle and have it specific to this model. Perfect. And be ready to get on the road and have some fun with it.
Throw some anchors out.
Yes,
absolutely.
yes, yeah.
Test it out properly.
Exactly.
Awesome.
That.
Well, yeah, it's been a good trip up here. Obviously, this is going to be a bit of a two-parter, so there will be another element where we're going to come back and get this kit on once, as I said, everything's been properly developed by you guys, which is going to be specific to this vehicle. So we'll catch you guys in a bit. There might be a little bit of a change of haircut and so on in a few weeks' time.
I might not wear a hat.
I was going to say I might have a different colour hat on, but
yeah,
we'll see you guys soon. We're going to hit on the road. Thank you very much, mate, and I'll catch you in a couple of weeks.
See you in a bit.
So we're on our way back home after the first development trip with EBC Brakes. So it does look like there's a few little differences between the 56 and the 66 model, which was to be expected. So a few hours of a drive, but it's dry for the time being. Although it's a bit cold, won't take too long to get back, and we'll speak to you guys in a few weeks, or see you guys in a few weeks for the full fit up. So safe travels, see you in a bit.
Several months later.
So we're back here at EBC after 3 months, and as you can see by our JCW next to me, it has changed quite a bit. We've gone through the ACS parts catalogue, all of that has been thrown at it, as well as some induction works, intakes, intercooler, quite a few bits whilst we've been away. But if you pan round, you can see EBC World Headquarters. They're actually rolling something fairly spicy looking over there out the actual reception area. But we're back here ready to roll. So Owen, that's his drift car next to us, is going to be working back on the Mini, getting the new brakes on. I'm going to give it a bit of testing time, see what it's like on the road, and give you guys a bit more accurate feedback once it's complete. So we're going to get the car inside, get hopefully the new brakes all fitted up, and I'll give you a bit of an idea and show you what it looks like when it's on the car. But once we've done that, we've got a long journey back home. Going to give it a little bit of testing and give you guys some feedback soon. So let's get the car in and get underway.
The bottle service VIP section for having a good time.
So as you've seen on the video so far, Owen has been really busy today building up the braking kit for our F66 JCW. So whilst I've got the man here right next to me, tell us a little bit about the kit. What have we got on here today?
So here you have the 6-pot Apollo caliper in a nice red finish. We've also got the 2-piece disc here. So on the kit, it comes with a braided line, blue stuff pads, which is optional. You can choose different pads that come with the kit. And then if we follow along to the back, because that's the kit fitted there.
Okay.
We've also got our same groove pattern rear disc in black with yellow stuff calipers, as we talked about before. They're not very high braking on the rear, so a little bit of a lighter caliper on pad on the rear helps out,
balancing out a little
balances together.
Nice. Well, I'm excited to get the car on the road. Obviously, we've done 0 miles as of yet, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to give my honest feedback, and I know it's going to be good. I've ran these before, but I'm interested to see out on the road what this is like and what it performs like. So only thing remains is let's get the wheels back on the car, take for a short test drive, and then get back on the road. So I'll give you guys a little bit of report once I put some miles on. It's a shame because we like this black finish. It's not going to stay there for long, sadly.
Unfortunately,
so unless you guys can design something that keeps that black coating forever. But in the meantime, thank you very much. Appreciate your work. We'll get on the road and we'll report back soon. Right, Tim, let's see what it's really like on the brakes. You ready? Go! We're back here at HQ, and it's been about a week and a half since we've come back from EBC, and I've had some time to understand what this kit does, how it performs, and to give you guys a little bit of feedback as well. So first off, big thanks to the guys at EBC. They've done a really good job with this kit. But let's talk a little bit more about what I felt on the road and how I think this compares to the standard setup, because ultimately that's what you guys are probably going to be most interested about. So first off, let's talk a little bit about the fitment, because I think this is probably one of the most important things that you need to consider when thinking about a big brake kit. So this has AC Schnitzer 19-inch wheels. It also has a 13mm set of wheel spaces as well to bring the wheel far enough out from the caliper so it has clearance. So if you are going to try and fit this to standard 18-inch wheels, you are going to probably need to run in excess of a 20mm spacer, which in some ways is not terrible because the wheels are so far inset. But that is very important to know, is you will need to bring the wheels further out to enable a bit more space in the barrel section, because they obviously are very, very big calipers. So that's the first thing to make note of. That's probably one of the most important parts. In terms of how the pedal feels and how it reacts and so on, it's difficult to put into words how much of an improvement this is. I was expecting this to be an upgrade, for it to give a little bit more sharpness on the brake pedal, for it to obviously slow down quicker, but this really blew my mind. I think the first time when we were on our way back after spending about 2.5 hours in the car bedding the pads and the discs in, me and Tim, man behind the camera, we said, should we see what it's like now? And I stood on the brakes, and my God, I've never felt a car haul up that quickly in my life. It absolutely took our breath away. It was absolutely insane, to the point where we felt we were almost in a zero gravity simulator where we just lost all our body weight as we went forward. It was insane. This really is very, very capable. Probably one of the sharpest pedal feels I've ever felt on any road car now. So it's a huge upgrade. Is it worth the money? In my opinion, yes, it really is. I don't say that lightly. But the upgrade and the potential that this has is ginormous. It really does haul up on the brakes. Again, a little bit difficult for me to get that point across in a way, just talking about brakes. It's hard to see braking power other than the fact that they're bigger. So in terms of its stopping capabilities, massively improved. Very, very impressed. And I hope that when I will be pushing a little bit further on this car, when we potentially get on circuit, it's going to then cope with the brake fade, because these cars with the standard calipers will not last very long, I can assure you of that. So as part of the kit, you've already seen obviously upgraded pads, discs, calipers and front lines. That is part of the sort of big brake kit on the front end. Moving a little bit over towards the back end, because this is obviously where it's a little bit different, because this isn't part of the big brake kit, it is an add-on. And there's a matching set of rear discs, so then it looks very similar to the front. And also a set of yellow stuff pads. And although that is different to the fronts obviously have got blue, the rear axle is very, very light, and it doesn't really do a great deal of braking on the back end. So actually can benefit from having a slightly softer pad compound, because it balances and gives a bit more stability on the back end when you're pushing on. Otherwise, if you had the same blue stuff front and back, wouldn't necessarily be a bad idea, but you might be leaving a little bit of potential braking capability on the table, just based on the fact that, as I said, there's not much weight over the back end of the car, and the rears don't do a massive amount. So that pretty much sums up the back end in terms of the discs, and obviously we've spoken a little bit on the front end there. We didn't get an opportunity to take a before and after weight, which was something that I was interested, but the time and day just disappeared and got carried away, so we didn't get that opportunity. But I don't think the caliper itself will be substantially lighter, although it is aluminium because of the size, but the disc in itself will be lighter because it's a two-piece. Obviously the midsection, the bell or the hat is aluminium. So I think that pretty much wraps things up for now. I think maybe if I get an opportunity to go on circuit, maybe I'll do another separate video on the braking potential. Obviously the only other thing to consider is brake fluid. You need to upgrade that when obviously going for a big brake kit. So you need something that's going to cope with the temperature and the demand. You can't just put your standard road going .4 in there. You need something that is very high performance. And EBC do actually have a really good offer in brake fluid wise, and having tested it out, it's very good. Only final remarks are, if you are thinking about doing this installation at home, do a little bit of research in terms of what you can do with the diagnostics and potentially clearing through some codes. These cars are extremely sensitive, so it does take a little bit of time to clear through codes, a little bit of driving on the road. It can recalibrate and sort itself out, but much like the G series BMWs, these are very, very complicated, so it takes a little bit of time to work through on that side. As a whole, very impressed. I really do think this is going to be a big seller for EBC and a big seller for these particular cars, because, as I said, standard calipers, very weak. They look pretty poor as well, the standard ones that is, but I'm very impressed with this. And just before I go, excuse the dirty car. I've driven hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of miles and it's not yet had a clean, so I'll change that. Nice clean over the weekend perhaps. But thank you very much for watching. We'll see you guys soon, and like, share and subscribe as always, and we'll see what we're working on next with this little JCW. See you soon.